your eyes. Get some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head on my chest. I know you've had a really bad day.
Hello. So I've been gone a while. I really didn't even anticipate taking this much time off, and I didn't even really have like one day where I was like, I need to take time off. It just kind of happened. It was like a soft open, if you will, of just hello, I haven't been here in over a month. I posted something on Instagram recently kind of explaining where I was and why I stopped being on social media, because not only was I not posting, but I wasn't consuming social media either. I was staying away from Instagram and YouTube. The one thing I would allow myself to do was check Tumblr for memes, because like memes. But so let's talk about why I left and what I did while I was gone. I left, the short version is I was emotionally exhausted from my job. I still want to make a video about my year of teaching experience here in Korea, so I won't get too deep into it now. But as I said in that Instagram post, I was coming home emotionally exhausted. I had realized that my job position, not the job I was doing as a person, but the job I was filling, was meaningless and without value, and I just felt like I was wasting potential and wasting away. And I came home so tired, like when you travel for a whole day and you're tired from traveling, but then you look back and you're like, I was just sitting in a car for 8 hours. Why am I tired? I did nothing. That's what I felt like every night when I came home. And it was starting to affect me. I would come home and be so drained that all I could really do was kind of space out and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr. And I would wonder to myself, why aren't my YouTube videos better than they are now? Why have I not started to look into photography? Why have I not started that blog yet? Why haven't I looked into podcasting? Why did I stop cartooning? Why am I not looking up how to learn Adobe Lightroom and presets? Every time I looked at social media, I was comparing what my life was to what all of my ambitions were and what I wanted to be doing, but I didn't have the energy to be doing those things. So not only was that going on, but once the weekends came, I was so tired that I really just wanted to stay home. And Andy loves to be lazy during weekends. If he doesn't leave the house at all during the weekend except to go get coffee, he's happy. But it got to a point where because before, obviously a lot of my videos are filmed during the weekend, and I would always find, or we would always find exciting things to go do, and we would go do those things. And he was always on board, and I was always really excited. But it just got to a point where I needed to be resting. I needed to be home and resetting. But it was like, okay, we need to go do this thing because I need a YouTube video. It wasn't because I was excited. It wasn't because we were excited to spend that time together. The reason solely became, we need to do something this weekend because I need a YouTube video. And that was unhealthy. I recognized pretty quickly that was unhealthy. It wasn't affecting our relationship, but I could see that that I couldn't let myself continue down that path. That couldn't become the norm. So tired, both of us, but we need to go out and do something because Rachel needs to film something for YouTube. That couldn't become the new standard. So on top of all that, life happened. I realized that my teaching visa expired 2 weeks before I thought it would expire, and it was due to expire during the time I had planned and paid to be home on vacation. So my visa was expiring while I was in America, and I didn't have a job yet. So I had already started the job search, not too aggressively, but I was passively applying to jobs. And to let a visa expire while you're abroad, you're defaulted to a tourist visa. And to get any other kind of working visa off of a tourist visa is possible, but you need to leave the country. And I knew if I came back from a month in America and got a job and had to leave the country again, I wouldn't have money to get a flight and accommodation in a new country, and it was just too much trouble. So really, I battled with this for a couple days, but the answer was obvious. I just didn't want to admit it. I had to cancel my trip home. Obviously, I have not been in America like I was supposed to be. So the visa is, we bless my manager at work. He and Andy actually drove to my school when he got off of work or like during his lunch break to talk to my manager to figure out everything I need for the visa so that once I'm ready to apply, we can like run right out of the gate. Like, we're off. We can get it as soon as possible because I am on kind of like a time is ticking. So it was the stress of trying to learn everything at once and trying to figure out what I would need for a visa, plus getting a job, plus it was just a lot. It was just a lot of thinking and a lot of decision making, and that was where my energy was going. My energy couldn't possibly be spread any thinner, so I had to cut YouTube. I had to cut social media because I was figuring out life stuff. Things are so much more sorted out now. I still don't have a job. I still need a job, but I am so much more calm and at ease, and things have been sorted and we're fine. So that was why I was gone. I was gone because I was tired, I was gone because life was happening, and I was gone because I didn't want my weekends to become forced like that. Like, it just wasn't going down a great path. Now that that's out of the way, hi, I'm back! I feel reset. It's like there were 200 tabs open on my laptop and it was whirring, and it was like that meme where like your computer's freaking out and she's like, maybe have a piece of bread and you'll calm down. That was me. Just refreshed my laptop. I closed all the tabs, I force quit a bunch of shit, and I have been reset, refreshed, and I'm ready to open up some new tabs without overheating. So let's talk about what I was up to while I was away. First thing was Andy and I took intimate time. We spent hours cuddling on the couch. We played video games together, which we'd actually never done before. We love to play video games separately. Like, he plays FIFA and I play The Witcher. You guys all know I play The Witcher. But it was our first time. We found a game called Aegis, and we were playing that together. We rewatched Pirates of the Caribbean, that series, and it was great. Those movies still hold, they're fantastic. We just spent a lot of time inside our apartment, just being with each other and not worrying about the fact that I had to make content. And it was so great. Andy has been so supportive. Again, nothing about our relationship was strained or damaged through any of this process. We're as strong as ever. And it was just really nice to spend time together, because we're so emotionally intimate and so in tune with each other. So that was the number one thing that I focused on, was spending quality time with my boyfriend. So cuddling and intimate time was number one. After that, I spent a lot of time playing The Witcher because I used to love video games. I was in love with the Legend of Zelda series. Link was one of my first crushes. I played Wind Waker until literally the disc broke. Technically, my brother broke it. I was in university on my way to class, and I remember this day. He called me. He was still in high school. He said, "Rachel, I don't know what to do. I think I broke your Wind Waker CD." And I was so upset. I was really good at Mario Kart and Smash Brothers, and I loved Harvest Moon, and I played Stardew Valley on my laptop. And so I just kind of let myself, because before it was like, okay, I'd get home from work, I'd space out, I'd play The Witcher for like an hour, go to bed. Dinner happens sometime in there. But I spent hours sitting and playing video games, and I loved it because I love stories, I love characters. I've been like writing a book passively since I was a kid, so I love worlds and creating kind of like these like really immersive stories. I was really into Game of Thrones, so giving myself some time to just be like fully immersed in such an imaginative world like The Witcher 3, it was really great for me, and I had so much fun doing that. I took up watercolor. Yes, where is it? My first watercolor painting, you guys. Look how cute this is. I bought watercolor pencils, and I've taken up an art again, and I'm so happy about it. I went to my first drag show in Korea at Q Bar in Itaewon with friends. I went hiking. I went to an art exhibit. I had the best brunch of my life. And I was just enjoying myself and doing things with friends, maintaining personal relationships, It was really great healing time, getting to look at some art, getting to make some art, getting to be immersed in art. It was great. It was a great kind of month off. I don't want to say a weight was lifted from me, rather like someone uncorked a bottle and like my spirit just kind of like flew out of the little bottle. I just felt like I don't know, I felt more myself almost as soon as I left my last day of work. I got dinner with a bunch of coworkers and friends. Social media is incredible. It's able to connect us to people we never would have met in real life. It's able to let us see places we never would have been able to see with our own eyes. We're able to join communities we never would have found in our own home communities. And it's just such an impressive tool of human connection and interaction, and it's such a creative outlet. Like so many, just all the microbloggers on Instagram and all of the people that taught themselves how to be cinematic with YouTube, and it's just such an incredible space. But we need to be able to recognize when we need to cut it out and when it's beginning to grow in an unhealthy direction, and we just need to prune it back and let the rose bush grow in a different direction. If it starts to get unhealthy again, prune it back. We need to be able to recognize that we are tired and we do need a rest and we do need a break. And this isn't even just for social media. This is in real life too. Like, we need to be better at recognizing burnout, and we need to be able to take a step back and say, hey, I'm really emotionally tired right now. I need time to reset. And I've always been a very self-aware person, thank God, but some people are not very self-aware and they don't know when they're burnt out. And that's why I think it is important that I told you guys why I was gone. I want to help normalize this and show that anyone really can go through this and that it's okay to take time off. If it's something that means a lot to you, you'll return to it someday. YouTube means a lot to me. I'm really not going anywhere. Technically, I did go somewhere away. I wasn't here for over a month, but ultimately, you can't get rid of me. I'm here to stay, so I'm back. I'm ready to start making content. Actually, I already have a video that was filmed technically during the time that I was away that I still think is pretty fun. Andy and I both we had fun that day, and it's a fun video. So that'll still be posted. That'll probably be posted next. After that is a vlog from this past weekend. So that'll be next after that. They're already filmed, I just need to edit them. And I don't know what's next after those two videos, but I have a lot of ideas. And I rescheduled my trip home. I will be going home in October for the whole month, and Andy will be coming to join me for Halloween, Andy's first American Halloween, because Halloween in Korea is not real Halloween. No, sir. It is not the true Halloween experience. I don't think many places do it quite like America, especially being in the American Northeast. There are so many ghost stories up there, so Andy's gonna have his first American Halloween. It's gonna be so exciting. I love fall. I'm so hyped for fall. So I basically have, from today when I'm filming this, there are 37 days until I'm in America. So I have a lot that I have plans to do in September. I don't know what order it'll be in, but you will be getting a lot more content, I promise. I'm going to be making up for lost time. So thank you guys for letting me take a break. Thank you me for letting me take a break. If you guys think you need a break, do it. Don't put it off. You at the end of the day, the only thing you're taking with you is yourself. So work on that. That is a quote from I forget who. I'll link her Instagram. She said that on a podcast. That was not me. But I love that quote. At the end of the day, the only thing you're taking with you is yourself, so work on that. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright.